30-second distraction.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I am here with all of my family. They're helping me out today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a video of them really quick. There's Laramie.
And the crowd goes wild.
Everyone's here. Okay, did I get everyone? Yeah. All right. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, millions of Americans flooded the stores at all hours of the day. They were going for the best bargain of the year on Black Friday. Most people love saving money and getting good deals, but when you think about saving money, you think about things like furniture or shoe shopping or food. A lot of people know these things, and they know that you can get sales on different days and that there's clearance prices and different brands are cheaper than others. However, many people don't realize the same is true with medical care. According to Sarah Cliff and Dan Keating with Washington Post, who did an analysis of the top 100 most common inpatient procedures in a study done by the federal government, they found that the prices are all over the board. They vary a lot. In Las Collins Medical Center outside of Dallas, Texas, for a lower joint replacement, they billed Medicare $164,000 for a lower joint replacement. Only 5 miles away, that is like walking distance, kind of a long walk, but it's walking distance, especially if you got a lower joint replacement. It's a long walk. Theoretically, though, 5 miles away at Baylor Medical Center in Irving, Texas, it was $42,632. That is a $121,368 difference. You could have almost 4 lower joint replacements done at Baylor Medical Center compared to the other hospital. At George Washington University Hospital, a ventilator is $115,000. At Providence Hospital, it's an average of $53,000. That's a $62,000 difference. An article by Jay Boyce, Aaron Bacoffi, and Adri Shinkman in Huffington Post also found for a COPD exacerbation, which they go in, they have some breathing treatments, they get some medications. Normally it's not very invasive at all. George Washington Hospital billed Bayonne Hospital billed $99,690. And 30 miles away in Bronx, New York, at Lincoln Medical and Mental Health, they treated a COPD exacerbation normally for $7,044. That is a $92,646 difference. You could have 14 of these procedures done at Lincoln. So these prices vary a lot. It's not just a little bit. And so what's my point? I'm saying that you can shop for medical care and you can choose whether you want to pay the high prices or the low prices, just like you do when you go buy a pair of shoes or you go buy a new pair of pants. So the decision is up to you. But how do you pick? Americans need to make an informed decision by knowing the most expensive states that healthcare is and the least expensive states. And also they need to know how to compare the prices of the procedures between different hospitals and different states when choosing medical care. The most expensive states, according to governing.com, this is what they billed Medicare at least, were California, New Jersey, Nevada, Florida, Pennsylvania, Texas, Alaska, Colorado, Arizona, and South Carolina. NextAvenue.org found that 20 of the 50 most expensive hospitals in the entire nation were in Florida. So like almost half, well, pretty close to half, were in Florida. So that's crazy. And also 76% of the 50 most expensive hospitals were in the southern states. So the prices still vary quite a bit within the states and even 5-mile radius. So you can walk. And if people live in these states, they may feel trapped. However, they still have options. Medical care is completely up to you. especially if it is not an emergency. You can pick and choose where you want to go, just like you can pick and choose where you want to go grocery shopping. Some of the cheapest states, according to cheatsheet.com by Erica Ross, are Iowa City, Iowa, Morgantown, Virginia, Mankato, Minnesota, Portland, Maine, Hartford, Connecticut, Charlottesville, Virginia, and those were some of the cheapest ones. And I'm going to pass around this little article here. Show it to you really quick. But what's on this is it's a map of the states, obviously. There's Alaska and Hawaii aren't on here, however. But the dark green is the most expensive states, and then the light gray is the cheapest states. Wyoming's actually about number 27, so we're pretty much in the middle. But on here it shows California is the most expensive, so I'll go ahead and pass this around. You can take a look at it. And that's for all the costs that were billed by Medicare. And so just take a look at that and kind of see. As you see, all of the states in the bottom are in the dark green, so that means they're some of the most expensive states. And on that sheet by governing.com, they believe that the 5 cheapest states overall were Maryland, North Dakota, West Virginia, Montana, and Vermont. So all of these states were consistently lower with their medical care. So now that you know the most expensive and the least expensive states, how do you go about comparing these states? Luckily, there's a lot of different websites and resources that help people to compare these medical costs. They compare not only the different hospitals, but they compare the procedures from region to region or nationwide. These websites are opscost.com, fairhealthconsumer.org, newschoicehealth.com. And so this will help people to be able to type in what's going on, what they need done, if they need a lower joint replacement, or if they need to go have a bypass surgery done. They can look up which area is going to work best for them and which is closest. Fill in the blank. And while bargain shopping for healthcare may not seem like something that is possible, Americans have options. They can pay the high prices or make an informed decision about where to receive medical treatment. So, as you see on there, Wyoming, you could travel right up to Montana and be able to get cheaper health care. A lot of people probably wonder about the quality, if you're losing quality when you go to cheaper hospitals. So that's another whole decision they've got to make. You can look up the statistics on the ratings of the hospital you want to go to, and then decide what is going to be the best option between healthcare and quality, price and quality. So you got to balance it out a little bit. But that's at least a starting point. So by knowing the most expensive, least expensive, and how to compare all of these different hospitals and regions, people should be able to take matters into their own hands and decide the most suitable options for themselves. Thank you.